Good evening, everybody. How is everyone? I think that's bang on 9 o'clock or a couple of minutes before. So let's get inviting a few people. Just trying to reconnect. Oh, I'm back. Cool. Right, let's get inviting some people. Who's on the call tonight? Let's. Oh, it's throwing me out a couple of times, guys. I don't know why. My Wi-Fi seems okay. And my Wi-Fi off. That's it. Hey Lauren, hey Lindsay, hey Jace mate, hey Kat, hey Sally. Yeah, we get some good numbers on now already. This is good. Let's get inviting some people. Sorry Jason, I've just invited you on the call. So I'm just inviting some. I'm back. Sorry about that guys. I have no idea why keeps throwing me off. Yeah, I'm back now. So yeah, apologise for that. So I don't know why it's throwing me off, but no, it was my end. I don't know why it did that, but it did. But I'm back now. Let's fingers crossed it won't do it again. So, hey Jess, hey Ashley, hey Faye. Let's go. Thanks mate. Appreciate that. Do you know what? Good products, good supplementation, and a plant-based diet. And my skin is glowing. Right, let's have a look. Who else got on? Hey Emma, hey Nazara, hey Denise. Numbers are coming up. Hey Sharon, hey Debbie. So guys, hey Jax. So guys, invite all your teams on the call. Hey Haley, get everyone on the call tonight. Get everyone, invite all your teams. Get everyone on there. Make sure this call's loaded up with people. It's going to be a good call tonight. I'm super excited to do it. I feel energized. I've just got a good coffee on the go. So I'm not going to go into it too long with the hellos. I want to get straight into the call tonight because I'm pumped. I'm excited. So we are going to do, hey Francesca, hey Megan, hey Becky, hey Donna. You could eat plants as it means more sausages for me. Right, so definite purpose and goals. I am excited about this call tonight. Why? One, I love goal setting with people. Two is I love having a purpose and a definite purpose. And it's so eye-opening when you've hit goals and succeeded because of a definite purpose, or you haven't hit goals because you haven't got a definite purpose. And I see firsthand people that set a goal and they don't hit it and they quit first time, the first failure essentially. I see people that set goals and they may fail, still hit their goal. I see some people have such a clear, strong, definite purpose and know exactly how they're going to get there, and they get it. I see some people that got no purpose whatsoever and they quit or they failed. Now, I've been reading a lot recently and realizing from what I've been doing myself over the past 18 months, realizing what I've been teaching other people, is everything what I've been reading confirmed. Now, what I've been learning and reading about is a clear, definite purpose. So I'm going to take you through how I felt I moved so quickly at the start of the business. Now, I hit executive in 4 weeks, and my second month in the business, I had over 16,000 volume in month 2 in the business. Now, when I first started, I had a clear, definite goal and a clear, definite purpose, and I had goals set. Now, my clear, definite purpose was purely and simply to be able to earn enough money to quit personal training. I had a single figure target of £2,500, and I knew I wanted to earn that on my second month in the business. Now, I was motivated, and the reason why I wanted that so quickly was because I wanted out. I wanted out of the gym. I didn't want to be personal training anymore. I needed that gone from my life, and I had to do it. I had zero choice. I gave myself no choice because I was not going to stand doing that any longer. That was my clear, definite purpose. I lived and I breathed it. Nobody was going to tell me otherwise I wasn't going to do it. No one was going to tell me I wasn't going to hit that. I knew it. I just knew it. Like, every ounce of me knew I was going to do that. Like, I didn't have any doubts at all resonate through me that I was not going to do that. How I was going to do it? No idea. No idea how. All I knew was that Nu Skin had the compensation plan there to pay me the commissions what I knew I was going to get. I knew they had good products to work with. That's all I knew. I didn't need to know anything else. All I knew was I was going to be able to quit my personal training because I was going to be earning enough clear income. Simple. Okay. And I went to work and I achieved that. Okay. Like I said, I didn't write down anything I was going to do it. I wrote down my goals. What was my goals? My volume. I knew what volume I needed to do. Simple, okay? I knew I needed month 1, 4,500 volume to get to executive. Month 2, I knew I needed 16,000 volume to get paid over £2,000 commissions. That's all I knew. I didn't know anything else than that. And that was what I wrote down on pretty much day one of the business. I didn't know nothing else. I didn't need to know anything else. All I wanted to do was know exactly what I wanted. I had a definite purpose and had my goals. Guess what? I hit it completely. When I hit that, I then said to myself, right, I want Ruby. I want Ruby. That's all I wanted was Ruby. It's all I focused on. Did I hit it? No. Why? What is Ruby? What is being a Ruby? Really, other than a status and a nice badge you get for a pin. There's no resonation behind it. There's no clear purpose behind it. There's nothing that makes you live and breathe it. For me, I'll admit, being a team elite was more important because I wanted to be the top and have the biggest business. That's all I want to have. Have a huge business, have a bunch of successful people within my organization and just be a huge success. That's all I wanted. I didn't, like, to me, the titles in between, they, in my head, were meaningless. So for me, Ruby was nothing. But I was like, I want Ruby, I want Ruby, I want Ruby. And guess what? I didn't hit it on the day, on the point I wanted to hit it. Why? Because I just said to myself, I want Ruby. I had no clear, definite purpose. I'm telling you a little bit of story about me first before I go into the call tonight. Then when I decided what my clear, definite purpose was, and it wasn't Ruby, it was income, that was when I was qualifying and hitting Ruby Executive. Just before me and Hazel merged, I was about to hit Ruby. And the reason why I hit that was because I forgot the title and all I focused on was the volume and the income, and my definite purpose related back to that. And then it made me think, shit, all it is about is understanding your definite purpose. Now, like I said, when I was away in Portugal, I read 3.5 books. One of them being Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. Another one being John and Giselle Sexsmith's book. Okay, both of them clearly speak and state the whole way through, you must have a definite purpose. Now, Napoleon Hill, I don't know if you guys knew this, when he wrote Think and Grow Rich, he interviewed 500 successful multi-millionaires to create Think and Grow Rich. Now, every single one of those people had a clear, definite purpose, and it is why they got to where they got to. Okay, when he wrote Outwitting the Devil, he describes in that how he also actually interviewed nearly 25,000 people in total. Okay, now out of these 25,000 people, he found only 500 of them who had become multimillionaires, a few other successful people, but the vast majority of people that hadn't hit their goals and had quit at the point of failure was because they didn't have a clear, definite purpose. Now, there was one story he describes in there where this guy, he moved down to, this very much years and years ago, he moved down to Texas and he bought a mine. Okay, Joe, you'll love Outwitting the Devil, fantastic book. Now this guy bought a mine, and now a mining for gold. Okay, and he was mining this gold ore, and the gold ran out, and he decided that was it. There was nothing left there. He couldn't find any more. He dug a little bit more, couldn't find any more. Gave up digging. Okay, invested so much money, gave up all of his big vast machinery. He then sold to a local miner, just a general guy, went and sold all this great vast machinery to this guy, okay, on the cheap as well. Now this guy then done some research, got some people in, and he found that 3 feet from where this original guy had stopped digging was the biggest gold vein of this area, and it turned this poor miner that bought this equipment into a huge multimillionaire. Now, the guy that had sold it all was 3 feet from gold. There's actually a book out called 3 Feet from Gold that describes the story. Now, he could have been a complete, huge multimillionaire back in the early 1900s. Now, in today's, like, stories, that's going to be like a billionaire, isn't it? Like, let's be honest. And this story is in Think and Grow Rich as well. But did this guy quit and just give up on his dreams and goals? No. He then went on to be one of the at the time, the world's most successful life insurance salesman, and become a life insurance company owner and become a multimillionaire anyway. Now, what Napoleon Hill talks about is the reason he done that was because he had a clear, definite purpose. He knew what his end game was. He knew that he was going to become a huge, successful multimillionaire in every way possible. How he was going to get there, didn't know. Doesn't matter. Okay, but he knew exactly what he wanted. Now, this relates back to us 100%. How many people, and you could put your hands up, set a goal but you have no purpose behind it? You've set it just because you think that it's the right thing to do. Now, I'll put your hands up if that's you. Either give me some hands up emojis, give me some likes, because there's going to be so many people that is like that. Me, myself, I've done it. I've set myself goals just for the sake of a goal because it's got no purpose. Oh, I'm going to get £1,000 this month. How many people, and I speak to you guys, that tell me that, right, yeah, Dan, I want to get £1,000 in this business. And everyone's like, hands up, £1,000, £1,000, hands up. And you've no idea why, just because you think it's the right thing to do, okay? How many people say, right, I'm going to go get myself some volumes, but you've no idea why? It is literally just for the sake, you're just like, just going to go get it, like that's what I want. And, right, now everyone putting their hands up. Keep your hand up, okay? Then what we're going to do, tell me if you've hit that target or that goal. If you haven't, put both hands up. See, my hands are up because the amount of times I've done that where I say, right, I'm going to go get this month. No clear, definite purpose behind it. Yep, I'm going to go get X amount of volumes this month. And my hands are up. Do I hit it? Nope. Both hands up, okay? Why? Because we have no clear, definite purpose behind it. You know, it makes sense, right? Now, what I want people to do, if you've set a goal, okay, but you know in your heart of hearts you're going to hit that and you are prepared to do anything for it, you are going to go out there and get it for you because it gives you a clear, definite purpose for the reason why you want to hit it. And I bet you've hit it. Now, I've put both hands up for this. Why? Because I've done that quite a few times where I've had such a clear, definite purpose behind the reason why I want to hit my goal, and I've gone and hit it because I had a clear, definite purpose behind it. And that is why people don't stick to their goals, because we don't have a clear, definite purpose behind it. It makes so much sense, right? People wouldn't be teaching this since the 1900s from successful multimillionaires. John and Giselle Sexsmith wouldn't just be teaching this, and they've got one of the most successful businesses in all of our company. They wouldn't be teaching this if it didn't bring them success, okay? So we have to have a clear, definite purpose. Now, what is a clear, definite purpose, okay? A purpose, I wrote some notes here, so I'm going to be looking down a little bit. Okay, a purpose is what you want, not how you will get there. Okay, now when I goal set with people, they'll set, we're going to go for this towards the end a little bit more, but they will set a goal and they can be like, right, I want this, and I'm going to get this, and this. And I'm like, right, let's erase all of that and let's focus on that. Okay, I love it when people go so clear and simple. Now, I've always been a clear, simple guy. Now, that's not, I know that sounds bad for me. Yeah, I'm just clear and simple, like a hillbilly or something. But what I mean by that is I've always just focused on the simplicity of things. Okay, I've literally focused on simple things, simple strategies. Right, what's the easiest way to get to something? Okay, because there's no point doing all of this. We just want to go straight there, right? That's what I mean. I've always been clear and simple. Now, I set myself some goals. I sent them to my mentor and I said, John, what do you think of my goals? And he was like, right, get on the phone with me now. And I was like, okay. And, you know, sometimes like when your parents are like, are you free? Talk to me. And you're like, oh, shit, what have I done? And so I messaged John. I said, right, I write my goals. I'm going to send them across to him. And he was like, I'm all ears. Send them to me. So I sent it to him and he put, are you free? Get on the phone now. And I was like, okay. Hello, John. Thinking, oh man, what have I done? And he went through it with me, and it was like, right. He's like, I love what you've done, but you've done this, and this, and that, and that. But can you tell me why? And I was like, I was like, I see where you're going with this, John. I was like, I don't know why I've done that. I was like, I should have just done that. And he was like, right. And he explained a little bit, and then Giselle come on the phone and both explained it, and I was like, right, okay, give me 5 minutes. And then what I end up doing, I end up then doubling my goals. Right, so my initial goals I thought were big, and I wrote down loads of like little bits to it. And then when I thought, right, okay, this isn't right, and I rewrote them, and I ended up doubling what I wrote in the first place. And I was like, shit, there's some big goals, and I've done them. But now I'm going to take you through, I'm going to read out exactly what I've done, okay, at the end of it. And I'm going to put a draft version of this at the end of this call, because I think this is really, really powerful, personally. It makes me smile every day, every morning and every night I read it. It really hits me. I've read it 3 times a day because I wanted a little bit of fire in my belly, and it really, really does hit you hard, okay? So, when you're writing out your definite purpose, okay, you must clearly write what you want, okay? You visualize it, you feel it, okay? You need to describe it. You have to have the emotions behind it. You feel your surroundings, where you are when this is happening. Now, Giselle was telling me a story on the phone how when they went to convention, now I'll put this post in the group, I think. Now, when they describe it in the book, so they went to convention, and it was announced as Blue Diamonds. Okay, they were one of the first in the company to ever hit Blue Diamond. One of the first, I think maybe even the first to ever hit Blue Diamond, with 12 executives wide. Okay, and now they made a decision when they were there to then at the next convention, 1 year later, they wanted to bring back 12 people to hit Blue Diamond. Okay, now they ended up a year later bringing back 17 Blue Diamonds with them. Okay, now 17 Blue Diamonds in 1 year they created within their organization. Right, so I said to Giselle, tell me how she did this. And what they did, they sent each person a definite purpose statement, but in their own words. So it was like, oh, I'm Giselle, it's whatever year, whatever month, I'm sitting in the audience, I'm so happy to see you guys walking across, like X person to walking across stage. I'm on my seat, I'm shouting, I'm jumping, I'm crying, I'm hugging John, the music's going crazy, you guys are clapping, you're celebrating. And she described the whole moment clearly, exactly how it was going to happen. She didn't write down, right, this person is going to be Blue Diamond in a year. So what they're going to do, they're going to do this volume, they're going to recruit this many people, they're going to get this many LOIs, they're going to drive this line here, that person there is going to be Ruby, this person they're going to do this, next month they're going to get this LOI, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, they're going to do this. To see how confusing that's going to get. All they did was say, right, we are going to get this, that's going to happen. How are we going to get to that? Don't know. Doesn't matter. Okay. Now you think about the law of attraction. Okay. Think about energy. Think about forces out there. How that works is by not confusing it, by just saying, this is what I want. Okay. This is what I want. And I'm going to live it, and I'm going to breathe it, and I'm going to feel it, and this is what's happening when I get it, and I'm going to love it, and this is what's going to happen for me. You don't write out the how to get there. Now, how many people on here, okay, I want some more likes for this, have planned a holiday or a trip, okay, and you've paid for your destination. Say you're going to, I don't know, say you're going to Portugal, and you've paid for your holiday at a hotel in Portugal, okay, you pay for your flight, so you know how you're going to get there. That's it. That's all you know, okay. You don't know, you don't know what's going to happen at the airport. You don't know what's going to happen on the plane. You don't know what's going to happen on your transfer. You don't know what's going to happen when you're checking at reception. You don't know what your room's going to be like. You don't know anything. All you know is you've got the plane sorted, you've got the hotel sorted. How many times in your head have you been like, right, when we get to security, there's not going to be anybody there. We're going to go through easy. We're going to put our bags on. It's going to be so simple. I'm going to go to shop. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this. We're going to going to get our breakfast here. Then we're going to get through the flight. We'll sit down. We're going to get what I'm going to get this, this, and this, and this on the plane. And then when we get there on the transfer, that's going to be so easy. Our bags are going to be there. We're going to pick our bags up. We're going to go through and get our bags. We're going to get the transfer there. The guy's going to speak perfect English with me. He's not going to speak. We're going to have a great conversation. We're going to get there. We're going to get to reception. Our room's going to be ready for us, right? And I bet a lot of us have thought exactly that process in our head of what is exactly going to happen. Now, has that ever happened exactly that way? No. You know, it doesn't. The amount of times we've thought, yes, this is going to happen, we're going to get there, and you end up getting to the airport and there's like half a mile long queues, and then there's nowhere to get breakfast, everyone's kid is crying, you get on the plane, there's a bunch of turbulence, like the whole thing's like shaking the whole way, it's a horrific flight, you land, the driver doesn't speak a word of Portuguese, like you're sitting there with him, you can't understand what you're saying, you get there, then your room's not even ready for you, and it's like 35 degrees, and you're all in your travel clothes for the UK, so in your jeans, your jumpers, and your jackets, and all your summer clothes at the bottom of your suitcase, and you're sweating, but guess what? You've still ended up on holiday in Portugal where you knew you was going to go. Now, I'm just using that as like a complete rough description, but isn't it true, right? I see so many laughing faces now because we know that's true, isn't it? Like, it really, really is. Even if we're planning a car journey somewhere, we've been like, right, this is how I need to get there. I'm going to get this way, and in your head you're planning everything out, but then so many things end up happening on the way you get the way there that you don't know about, you couldn't predict. And the amount of times, how many people say this, oh, you'd never thought that was going to happen, would you? Like, oh God, you can't predict that was going to happen. Like, because it's true, you can't predict how exactly you're going to get the definite purpose, but you know exactly where you want. Okay, so so that is what a definite purpose. You need to write down clearly what you want. So for example, for me, I clearly wanted to leave my personal training job. I knew it, I lived it, breathed it. All I knew in my head, very simply, I am going to be so happy when I can say to my clients, I'm really sorry, but I'm not personal training anymore. We need to finish off your contract and then I'm done. And I knew, I'd even had it in my head, like the kind of, I didn't know who I was going to email it, but I knew in my head the type of email I was going to be sending each one of them. That's all I knew. That's all I knew was the kind of the email in my head I was going to be sending people, when I was going to be doing it. I knew when I was going to be doing it as well. I even had, I'll tell you a funny story. When I had visions of leaving my gas engineering job as well, I had, this one didn't happen, but it was popped in my head, I want to share it. I had visions of me walking up the company like, laters everyone, I'm out, just walking backwards like fingers in the air to them. It didn't happen that way. I rang Hayes on my left and was like, that didn't happen, but I wanted it to. But I didn't have the balls, even though I was leaving, I was never going back, I didn't have the balls to walk out the door like that to people. But when I left personal training, right, I knew exactly what I was going to be doing. I knew when I was going to be leaving it, I knew how I was going to do it, I knew how I was going to be feeling behind it. So guys, I want you guys to be writing your definite purposes tonight, okay? Very simply, I want you guys to be writing exactly what you want to happen 1 year from now, okay? Next September, but you need to write very clearly. It is September 2018, and I am so happy and grateful to I am sitting at home, I have just received I am so happy right now. I'm on the phone to my partner. I'm crying my eyes out because we've just been paid. I am going to be taking the kids out on holiday to celebrate too. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm shaking with adrenaline. This is life changing for me. I can't stop crying. I've caught my husband's come home. I've been sitting in my favourite chair. I've just hugged him. I'm so happy. Write down clearly exactly what you want and the emotions, feelings and surroundings behind it. Now, there's a story in Financial Success where a guy, he wanted a house, and this type of house, and he wrote down exactly what this house was going to look like, its furnishings, its decorations, everything about it. Guess what? It happened. I don't know if anyone knows him in the business, but everyone knows this is a story. Everyone knows Sandy Tillotson, right? Sandy Tillotson's the founder of Nu Skin. She was coaching a gentleman in the US, and he couldn't find love. That was right. He couldn't find love. He wanted a partner, and so what she said to him, said, "You need to write down everything you want in somebody. First of all, you need to take these things off their you, but you need to write down everything you want in somebody." So he did, and he was quite picky. He wrote down exactly what he wanted, like in a partner. Everything, exactly what he wanted. Like, I don't know the ins and outs, but there was like 50, 60 things on there. They said, like, so many. Guess what? He actually randomly met the person that she ticked every single one of these boxes on. She's an ex-WWE wrestler as well, apparently, in first class flight, and he met her and like she ticked all the boxes, and they're still together now. Like, if you write these clear, definite things down, you are putting the right energy forces to it. If you go too overcomplicated with it by starting to write the hows, that's when you're going to be confusing things. Because, for instance, if you write down, I don't know, it's September 2018, I'm so happy and grateful to be receiving £10,000 commissions from my new skin business. I have 3 blue diamond front lines that are all earning da-da-da-da-da. My volume is exactly this. I did this for this and this and this and this. You're just confusing it. We don't want to be doing that, okay? So you need to write down clearly what you want, visualize it, feel it, describe it, your emotions behind it, and your surroundings. When I read mine out, I am like smile. I can't stop but smile when I read mine out, because it just drives me when I read mine now. But I've related mine to my purpose, is related to my goals. Okay, so let's talk about goals. Okay, now when we're setting goals, okay, so many people, okay, like I said at the start of the call, will set themselves a goal of like £1,000, but they have no purpose behind it. Okay, now we need to find a single purpose behind our goals before we set them. Why are we setting these goals? What is the purpose behind us setting a long-term goal? When you I want to describe the process of goal setting in a second, okay? But you base your goals on one single thing: volume. Okay, just to base your goals on volume, nothing more, nothing less, just volume. So many people say to me, Dan, this month I'm hitting 5,000 volume. I'm going to be getting 3 LOIs. I'm going to sign up 40 people. I'm going to sell X amount of products. I'm going to help 2 people sell 600 products. I'm going to help 3 people sign up 10 people. And you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's get back. 5,000 volume, done. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. One single thing. And again, Napoleon Hill describes this in his books. They all had a single purpose in mind. When you read Outwitting the Devil, the reason that Outwitting the Devil is fantastic. Why? Because it talks about the reason why people fail. It talks about the reason why people fail. And the reason why people fail is because they don't have a single clear goal or a single clear definite purpose. So you need a single clear goal. Don't overcomplicate your goals. So it's just, I've seen people send me their picture to their whiteboard, and I've got a whole whiteboard written out for goals for the month. Like, it's great to have all these little check boxes and things, but you just need one single clear goal. They are, Sandy, perfect. Yeah, there's a template. That's so I couldn't think of the word. There's a template for the definite purpose statement right there. That is perfect. You know, and I'm going to post my one up, what I've written out at the end. I've done mine to me. I've done mine to my goal base. But yeah, Sandy, I love that. I had that one written up there as well for me for a little while ago, and I've changed it recently because I found my one. It really hit me hard here. But you can easily just find it in the Ruby journals, or you can just Google definite purpose statements and it's there. But okay, so when you're basing your goals, like I say, John Sexsmith and Napoleon Hill teach one clear goal. You need one clear single purpose. Don't overcomplicate your goals, guys. Really, really don't, okay? So when we're goal setting, okay, now when we're goal setting for ourselves, we set ourselves one clear goal. Easy, okay? We have the definite purpose behind it. Now, when we're teaching goals or setting goals for other people, it's all about communication. We need to ask people what they want. Hands up if when you've set goals for your team, you've been the one that set them, not asked them what they want, okay? Give me, if you've done this, put your hands up when you've been like, right, okay, they've said, oh, I don't really know, so I think you should do this. So like, let's go for 500 this month. Let's go for 1,000 this month. Maybe let's go for 200 this month. And you've actually set the goal for that person. Now, there's going to be so many people. I had the happy planners maps of goals too. Love it. So yeah, so so if you've done this, put your hands up or give me some likes if they've got some hearts coming across now. If you've literally wrote out, and someone said, you've met someone, oh, what goals, let's set some goals this month. No, I don't really know what to do. Okay, let's go for 200 PSV. Let's go for 10 toothpaste. Let's go for this. Let's go for that. You're setting the goal for that person. What you need to be doing is saying to that person, right, what do you want to achieve this month? Simple as that. They may say, oh, I don't really know. Okay, what is it you really want? What is it you really desire? Well, I don't know, do you know, I really fancy £500. Okay, why do I want £500? Well, do you know what? It's going to take the pressure off so much on our rent, because that's going to pay for, like, that's going to pay our rent, which means I've got 500 quid spare this month. Then take the kids to, I don't know, to a short breakaway. Simple. You love that. Okay, right. Let's base now £500 this month. That's what we're going to go for. Let's go get 500 quid. Now we need to break that down weekly, daily goals and daily habits to do that. That's where the how-tos come into it. The how-tos come from your daily habits, not from when you're writing out your initial goal. Because if you said to that person, right, let's do, okay, 500, perfect. Now let's go sell, it's not, you're overcomplicating it. But if you write down, okay, let's do 500 quid. Now let's break that down weekly. You need £125 a week. Let's do that daily. I don't know the maths, so I'm not going to try and be clever and work out and embarrass myself. But let's do our daily habits. How many people do we need to speak into a day to get that? How many posts on Facebook do we need to be doing a day to get that? How many product parties do you need to be doing, for instance? Like, so many different things you can do daily to tick those off towards your goals, okay? Now, simple. You ask questions and listen to people's responses. So easy goal setting, isn't it? So easy. We ask questions, communicate, listen to their responses and guide them to the answer, okay? Now, second thing with goal setting, when we're doing this with other people and ourselves, is tracking. Tracking people's goals and tracking our own goals, okay? Now for me, my whiteboard is covered with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 46, 66 people's names, and every single one of them has different numbers next to their name, because each and every single one of those 66 people has told me exactly what they want to hit, and I have it tracked out to help them hit it, and I have my own written down underneath it as well. Reason being is because when I'm helping tracking people's goals, is that's what I do. I ask them what they want to hit and why they want to hit it, and they tell me. Okay, perfect. Right, let's go get it. And now, whenever I ask this, now I love it, because whenever people tell me their goals, they only just send me across one thing. I'm like, yes, love that. Just one thing. That's all I want to hear. Don't want to hear anything else than that. And when they send me across that, and then what I can do with this is the key here, guys, with tracking and communication. Now, I've heard from so many people say to me, oh, my downline aren't motivated, my downline aren't getting a call, my business partners aren't doing this, my business partners aren't doing that. Like, oh, how can I get them to listen to this calls? Oh, they're not following up with this training. Okay, this is the trick here when you're tracking someone's goals. For instance, say someone has set on talk, say, let's go roundabout number, say someone's an executive, they've set a target for 3,000 GSV, okay, we're just going to go roundabout number. Now, say you message them and you're like, oh, hey, how's your month going? How are you on track for your goals? And they just want to say, oh, Dan, do you know what? I'm really, really behind. And you can see they're behind because you're tracking them as well. So you're looking and think, right, okay, it's the 15th of the month. They should be on about 1,500 by now because we're halfway through the month. So we break that down by half, and they are way off that. But you're not going to message them and be like, oh, hey, I see you're way off your goals. Like, what's going on? You're going to say, oh, hey, how are you getting on? How is everything going? They're going to say, well, do you know what? I'm a little bit behind. I mean, okay, why do you feel that is? You ask them the question and you listen to their response, okay? And then when they're going to come back, we're saying, oh, I don't know, I'm struggling with sales, or I can't recruit anybody. Okay, did you watch the sales training in Successic? Did you listen to the recruiting training? I'll go back and rewatch it. I'll take some notes this time. Okay, then what you're doing, then you're starting to show people the value in what you're trying to teach. See how that works? You start to show people the value, because then they're like, yeah, I better go and watch that sales training video because I'm struggling with my sales. And they go watch it, then they start getting some sales, and then they start to realise, actually, it's really valuable. I listen to these calls or listen to what this person said, and they start to see the value behind it. Okay, so that's a little tip for you guys when you're helping tracking people. It's so simple. Just you set goals, people, you write down what it is, and you help track it. Now, like we said, when you're setting your goals, always base it on volume. Why? Because we're paid on volume. Volume equals income. Why are we in this business? For an income. It's a business. We're here to make money. Okay, that's what you do in business. Okay, simple. So you base your goals around volume. Okay, so simple. Then now here's another reason why as well. I have so many people say to me, Dan, I want to hit Ruby. I'm like, okay, why? Well, because it's Ruby, and like I have multiple people have said this to me, right? So then I will say to them, what does a Ruby represent? And they were like, well, you know, and I know what being a Ruby represents because I've been through this. And I'm like, it represents a status, it represents a chance to qualify for a success trip, and it is a big landmark in the business. And they're like, yeah, but it does. And I'm like, that's fine. Like, I understand that completely because I've been there. So I'm very understanding when people explain it to me because I understand it. Because I went through that. So I'm like, yeah, no, I get that. I understand completely. But what does it represent? Other than a nice pin, the chance to qualify for a success trip, the chance, you don't automatically get one, you get the chance to qualify for one, and it is a big landmark in the business. Like, you know, it is really, we've kind of got, I see kind of three kind of stepping stones. We've got like executive, Ruby, Blue Diamond. And they're like, no, I understand. So I'm like, okay, what is it you really, really want? And then they start breaking it down and say, okay, so wouldn't that volumes be better? We'll focus on that, because here's another thing. People say, well, Ruby, oh yeah, but Ruby, it's like, you know, that's the, you know, you can kind of leave a job when you're getting that kind of income, can't you? Well, not really, because you can be a Ruby and have four flat struggling executives doing 2,000 volume, and you don't, and you say there's no income there. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, but you could be a Lapis, for instance, and have two executives doing like 10,000 plus volume with a bit of depth underneath them. And you're going to be earning an emerald wage as a Lapis, you know, and I know that for a fact because I've done that myself. So I know you can do that. I wasn't a Ruby and I was earning an emerald wage as a Lapis, so I know that you can do that. So, you know what I mean? So the pin title doesn't mean anything. We need to base it around volume. So when we get deeper into something, okay, why do you want, okay, what do you want? Then they break it down. Okay, now we are getting somewhere. And then when you start to get deep with somebody, sometimes the tears start to flow, sometimes the emotions start to come out because you're actually getting somewhere. Rather than just thinking about what is it for the status, you start to think about what it is for the income. And that's where it starts to get really, really important, because then you're starting to discover your purpose behind it. And then what do we do? Perfect. You've started then with the end, because normally you're going to come up with a big figure. Right, that's my big figure. You know, it's like, so you could just either be a distributor now or an executive. Say you're thinking of, you want to be a Ruby, the reasons why, because you want a Ruby wage. When you break that down into volume, it's quite a big amount of volume. So what you've done there, you've started with the end in mind. Perfect. And then what we need to do is break down the simple steps to get there across monthly, weekly, and daily goal targets. And then all we do is we focus on daily, we break down our daily habits. What I do with people then, when they're not hitting their goals, I say to them, what are your daily habits? Do they represent your goals? And they're like, oh, well, this is what I'm doing today. And someone has, I've had more than one people, probably about 5 to 10 people say to me before, do you think my daily habits are enough to hit my goals? And I'm like, I don't know, you tell me. And I always say that, I don't know, you tell me that, you answer me that question. They're like, oh, well, I don't know, like, I'm not sure. And I'll say, well, do you feel like what you're doing there is going to help you hit your goals? And they're like, well, I'm doing that now and I'm not hitting them. Okay. And I just smile. And I'm like, okay, so what do you need to do? I need to do more. I'm like, what do you think? They're like, yeah, I do. And then I put more and more down. They're like, wow, that's a lot. I'm like, does it scare you? They're like, a little bit. Like, does it make you want to go to work now? And they're like, yeah, I want to get off the phone now. I'm going to go work. Like, okay, right, bye. And then we got off the phone. And they're like, da-da-da, and the volume's like, bing, 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 bing. Goes crazy. So simple, okay? So all we need to be doing is making sure that our daily habits represent our goals. Now, when I set my goals with John, I was like, I need to get to work. And I wrote down my daily habits and I was like, wow, I need more hours in the day, right? Who can find me more than 24 hours in a day? Okay, team no sleep. Who's on board? Let's get some more coffee in us, because we're not going to be sleeping for the next year if we want to hit these goals. And that's what made how mine felt when I looked at it. And now I've literally just been like, right, time to fucking make some shit happen because these are big. So, like I said, how I break it down with people, we start with the end in mind, okay? Then we break it down into long term, into 90 days, monthly, weekly, daily, then our daily habits. Now, what we must do here, so we have our definite purpose written out, okay? We have our goals written out. Now, is that enough? Not always. Why? Because our subconscious mind is smarter than our conscious mind, and our subconscious mind will be the one that has had all the failures of the past, all the negative emotions of the past, telling us that we are not going to hit our goals and targets. And what we do as people is we listen to that and we allow that to sink in and believe it. Okay, so what we need to do is teach our subconscious mind, I'm getting deep now, aren't I? Teach our subconscious mind to tell our conscious mind we're going to hit it no matter what. How we do that, okay? You read it, Think and Grow Rich. Anyone will tell you about this. Affirmations, auto-suggestions. Now, so when someone first told me about affirmations, I thought, you're fucking crazy. I am not going to be standing in front of a mirror going, I am successful, I am energetic, I am positive, in front of a mirror. Because I was thinking, oh, what the bloody hell? People are going to nuts. Now, backtrack when I hit executive in 4 weeks. Every single morning when I woke up at 4 a.m. and I was in the kitchen at 4:15 and I'd had about 3 hours sleep, and I was looking at a calendar and it had my goal targets on the calendar, had on 7 days, it had on the 7th it had 1,000, the 14th 2,000, the 21st 3,000, the 28th 4,000, the 31st of May 4,500. I am an executive. Every single morning I'll drink my coffee, like half asleep probably, like looking at it like, I am an executive, I am an executive. And I was looking at it, I was like, I am an executive, I am a fucking executive, I am a fucking executive, I'm fucking hitting it, I am leaving this shitty PT in at 4 in the bloody morning, I do not want to be doing this again. And I'd be on the treadmill, right? And I'd get to the gym and I'd be on the treadmill, right, I'm getting to work. I'd be on a cross trainer for an hour and I'd be prospect on Instagram, because I'd be like, right, I ain't fucking doing this again, I ain't fucking doing this again, I am a bloody executive. And I would tell myself that every day, and I told myself it so much that I believed that I ended up starting to believe it so much. I knew it, nothing was going to stop me doing that. Do you know what? I knew, I knew I was going to be a team elite before I joined Michigan. Like, before I said yes to join the business, I already knew I was team elite. Like, I knew it. I didn't know how I was going to do it. No idea. I didn't even know the compensation plan at the time. At all. I don't use I actually use a lot of products by this point, so not going to lie on the product side. Everyone knows how much product user I am. But I knew I was going to be a team elite. I just knew it. I lived it and breathed it. I knew it. Like, you need to know these things, guys, okay? So that's how we do it, through auto-suggestion, okay? By literally telling ourselves our affirmations. So this is the key to success, the keys to definite purpose and your goals, okay? Now, these are just a handful of them. They're like, if you read Napoleon Hill, there's 7 laws. He's got, I think it's 16 laws of success, or his book, The Law of Success, is right out in 16 volumes. Think and Grow Rich, I think, has either got 13 or 16 principles, one of the two. But I wrote down 3 of them here, okay? Daily affirmations, your definite purpose, your goals equals success, okay? Now, I am going to read you mine, because I like to do mine even anyway, so I might as well do it with you guys on here, and I'm going to draft how I've done mine, all right? In here, so you guys can see it on together. What I will do though is take out little things and then you guys can do it, right? So this is what I read myself every morning and every night. I'm going to do it now, okay? So you guys are going to hear my goals as well, and I don't mind sharing my goals with you. Like, they're big, they're scary, they terrify me, but they're going to happen. Now, I say to myself every day, I say, I'm going to go down, yeah, so say, right, so, you ready? So I say to myself every morning, I'm going to stand up and do this. Took my t-shirt as well. So, right, I say to myself every morning, so, right, I am successful. I am energetic and positive. I have an abundance mentality. I attract positive, energetic people into my life. I attract driven and motivated people into my life. I am in control of my mindset and teach others to do the same. I am working with extremely successful, happy entrepreneurs. It is September 2018 and I'm so happy and grateful to be paid $100,000 in commissions from Nu Skin. Hazel and Cody and our newborn baby have celebrated by putting $50,000 aside for a house deposit, and we have booked a dream holiday to Fiji. As soon as I worked out commissions, I rang my mentor John Sexsmith to thank him for his help and to celebrate in conversations with people. It's hard for me to hold back tears as this is what we have always dreamed of. And then I read out, it's September 2018 and our OSV is 3 million and we are so happy and grateful to hit our goals since we've made 100,000 in commissions. Under that in bold, I've got 3 million OSV. Then I've got, it is March 2018 and our OSV is 1.5 million and we are so happy and grateful to have over 1 million volumes and be paid over 50,000 in commissions. And the next one under that, it is December 2017 and our OSV is 750,000 and we're so happy and grateful to be nearly at 1 million in commissions, okay? And then I've got my next 3 ones under there for my 90-day goals. So what I've done is break them down into, so I've done my affirmations and my purpose relate to my goals, because that is what I want. I haven't overcomplicated it. When I first wrote, when I had the draft version from the Ruby Journal, every time I read it, it was like literally, for me, it's so long and it didn't resonate with me, and I tried it. That is short, it's sweet, it's punctual, and it resonates with me. So you need to find out what works for you. But the key and the trick is, raise your hand and swear on the Bible. The trick and the key to this, okay, is to write down exactly what you want when you're going to get it. Like for instance, my magic check, I've done another magic check. This time I wrote the date out I'm going to receive it. Why? Again, watch, look for Jim Carrey, Law of Attraction. When he was a failing actor, for instance, he wrote himself out a check. He wrote a magic check and he put it in his wallet and he carried it around everywhere with him. And on that, I think he wrote down he's got either 10 million, I think it was. He was going to get paid 10 million for movies. And that's all he wrote down. Okay, he's going to get paid 10 million for movies. He was a failing, struggling actor at this point. And I think his next, then he ended up landing the role in The Mask. And then that ended up like paying him like 10 million. And he was like virtually homeless before this. Just Google Jim Carrey, Law of Attraction. He's sitting down, and he's talking about exactly that, and it's incredible. Like you have to date it. And like I say, Napoleon Hill, all he teaches about is when you're writing your purpose, you need to date it. So that's what I've done. I've dated it, and I've said it in a third person tense. It is September 2018. I wrote down what it is. I didn't write down in September or at September. It is September. When I write that and I read it, I feel as if it is exactly that point. Okay, that guy's the last person you expect. But who Jim Carrey? Oh, I got that incredible. Read just Google Jim Carrey motivation. You'll hear his speech he done for a graduate speech that he done is incredible, and that Law of Attraction story is amazing as well. So I'm going to wrap it up now, guys. That is definite purpose and goal setting, okay? People will fail their goals if they do not have a definite purpose behind it. People will fail the definite purpose if you haven't convinced yourself that you're going to hit it. How you convince yourself? Daily affirmations. It's going to happen, daily affirmations. You need to convince yourself it's going to happen. You need to lie to yourself, because you're telling yourself a lie. Like, I'm telling myself that I've been paid 100,000 in commissions. So I'm essentially lying to my brain, because I'm saying, yeah, you've been paid it. I haven't been, but I'm saying I have been paid it. Guess what? I'm going to be paid it in 1 year time. 100,000 in 1 year. And I will get paid that. Guarantee you. Like, when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Why? Because I believe it and I live it so much. And you need to do it. You need to believe it yourself so much. That is how you will never fail from your goals. People do not succeed and hit their goals because, one, they have no purpose behind it, and two, they don't believe it enough they're going to hit it. You need to set your goals big enough they're going to scare you into working your arse off. Okay? So we need to be focused on doing that. Before I wrap up, is there any questions on goal setting or definite purpose? It's been a fun call tonight, guys. I've really enjoyed this call. It's one of my favourite things to talk about. Is goals. I love it. You know me. I love the strategy behind things. I love the ABC. I love the, like I spoke to you before. Like when people say goals, you can't say, oh yeah, like think the alphabet. To get to do the alphabet, you don't go A Z. You have to go all 26 letters. You can't miss out the 24 in the middle. So the only way you're going to get it is to start to believe. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to go through the strategic steps to get there. And I love all these little stepping stones. I absolutely love it. So if there's any questions, guys, let me know before I wrap it up. It's been so much fun tonight. I've really enjoyed it. Like, I've really enjoyed this call tonight. It's been one of my favourite ones I've done in a while. So, any questions at all before I wrap up? What do you do if you relayed you haven't reached your goals? Can you explain that again, Andrew? What do you do if... I'm not sure. Yeah, explain that. Do that question again, Andrew, please, mate. So I enjoyed it. There anywhere on help me to yeah. So Sue, have a look on the pinned posting successing. There is you'll scroll down and you'll see a title. It says 90-day goals. Click the link and it will be my call on 90-day goals, and it will take you through exactly how to set them and also how to teach them as well. So that's really useful call on how to do your goals. Okay, but so again, so dead easy. Income, volumes, and the beauty of our compensation plan and the fact that we can do our average earnings. So if you know the income you want, so for instance, I knew I needed £2,500, okay, to leave my personal training job. So I knew I needed to become an executive for that, which is why I knew I needed to get it quick, because I wanted to get my goals quick. So I knew I needed to go to executive and beyond it. Then I worked out how much volume I needed to do it, and I went and got it. Simple as that. Okay, so it really is as simple as that, you know. Any more questions coming in? I know what a big dream is, but do your DPS in stages and change it when you hit it? Do you know what, Leanne? I'm going to be 100% honest. I wrote out my definite purpose statement on the 1st of January. Owen and Faye will attest this because they spent New Year's Eve with us, and we all four of us wrote our definite purpose statements together. And I wrote mine out and I started reading it to myself morning and night, and it just didn't resonate with me. It didn't. So I must admit I didn't continue reading it. But the funny thing is, the income I said I was going to be getting paid in it, I am getting paid it now. Now on it, I wrote out how I was going to get it. Didn't happen how I was going to say I was going to get it, but the income figure happened. Okay, so it did work in that sense. But now what I've done is I've written new ones. So yeah, it's the same with a goalpost. So when you hit a goal, you change it. And this is the mistake I made. Like, remember at the start of the video. So I have a definite purpose in my head of what I wanted to do when I left PT and what I needed to hit PT. When I finished that, I didn't set myself another one. I said, yeah, I want to get Ruby. I want to get Ruby. Well, I don't know why, but I want to get Ruby. Yay, let's go get Ruby. And I didn't get Ruby. When I desired exactly what I wanted, then I ended up qualifying for Ruby. Like I was due to get it, and I was due to literally announce it, and then we merged. So, but like I said, the reason why I got that wasn't the title. It was the income and the volume behind it related to exactly what I wanted. So if I had done that back when I got to when I hit my first definite purpose goal, then it would have changed. Now with these, for instance, after I've got my December one up there, okay, and then I've got 90-day ones leading up to December. So I've got September, October, November leading up to it. Now, when I get to December, I'll change that because I will need a 3-month goal to go from December to March. So I'm going to write down ones in between December and March. The big one will not ever change. The September one will not ever change. The March one won't ever change. The March one will never change until I get to March, okay? December won't change until I get to December. Simple as that, okay? And it won't go there. But I'll be hitting those numbers, you guarantee me. What do you do if you realise you haven't reached your goals? What do you mean by that, mate? I don't understand what you mean. What do you do if you realise you haven't reached your goals? You need to find out, okay? This is quite funny actually. It's just coming to my head. So, for me, if I haven't hit my goals, it doesn't bother me in a sense, and the reason being because I have my definite purpose. I know what I'm going to achieve long term, and it's like I was talking about the failures. And if you read Outwitting the Devil, and if you read what describing Outwitting the Devil, people back to that 3 foot from gold, like the guy that once he ended up selling his mine 3 foot from multi-millions pounds of fortune, he could have easily gone like, oh my God, I'm a failure, I can't believe him, and dwelled on that his whole life and gone to the grave dwelling over that one fail. He didn't, because he knew exactly what he wanted long term, and it happened for him, but it didn't happen in the way he expected it to happen. That's what's going to say, if you really haven't hit your goals, so what? Last month in August, so I didn't hit my volume goal. I'm just back to the drawing board. I know exactly, I'm still focused on my long term one, because that's just part of the journey that we go on, part of the journey. I don't know what I'm circling, part of the ups and down journey that we go along. So that's all we need to focus on there. So if you haven't hit your goals, as long as you have your long-term goal, which is always why we start with the end in mind first. We start with the end in mind, because then when we focus on the end, what happens in between that doesn't matter, because we know we're going to focus on the big one. And we need, as long as we're following these steps where we believe it so much, it will happen. It won't happen if we don't believe it enough. So, yay, Sandy, well done. Oh, what else we got? Here we go then. Making my watch goals trainer. Yay, Sharice, I love that. Thank you so much, Sharice. That's awesome. So yeah, so anyone who needs any help with goal setting, in the pin process, my call on 90-day goals, it breaks it down so simply. Remember, one single goal. Speak to anyone of any huge success, and I'll say the same thing. We always focus on one single thing. Why? Because we don't want to complicate things. We don't want to go blah, 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 and the minds go crazy thinking of a million billion things. Focus on one single thing. Listen to people of success. That's all they've taught in the years. Have the definite purpose. Do your affirmations. I hope this call's been good. I've had so much fun doing this call, guys. It really has been good. Oh, do you ever have... Of course I do. I'm a human being. 100% I do. I'll be honest, 1 hour ago, yeah, like I've been on this call 55 minutes. 1 hour ago, I was doubting myself for reasons I don't need to go into. And I gave myself a pep talk, and I had a look at my dream board, and I pumped myself up, and I come on this call, and I feel like I've had so much fun tonight, and I feel like I've really like had fun, and I hope I've delivered value. I feel like I've delivered massive value tonight. But yeah, of course I have doubt days. 100% I do. 100% I do. Like, I'm a human being. If I didn't, I wouldn't be human. But what I do have, I have a clear, definite purpose of what I am going to achieve, and I know it, and I believe it so much. If I do have a doubt day, yeah, who cares? Guess what? I'm going to wake up tomorrow, start again fresh. Going to dust myself, and tomorrow's a new day. I'm going to go to bed, I'm going to read that again, even with doubt days. I'm going to read that again, and wake up in the morning, I'm going to read it again. I'm going to have a new day tomorrow. I'm going to have so much fun tomorrow. I've got my day planned out tomorrow. So, and the thing is, well, and I said to someone on the call, okay, you cannot control what happens in the past. So if I'm like, oh no, last month was such a bad month, oh, I'm so upset on what happened last month. But that's last month. I can't control what's happened in the past. Can't control what's going to happen in the future. But I can control what's happening now. And that's what I focus on. I focus on controlling what I can do now. I predict my future. I control what's going to happen in my future by controlling what I'm going to be doing today, right now, this moment. I can't even control what I done 5 seconds ago. Like, right that, but then I can't control that, can't change that, it's happened. What I can do is control what I'm doing right now, this second. And that's all we ever need to focus on. Yep, it's so much easier to focus, Amanda, on one main purpose. It really, really is. Once you start focusing on multiple things, it just confuses everything. Yeah, exactly, Jasmine. If something's not working, change it. It needs to. If something's not working, change it. Right, guys. I'm going to love you and leave you. I hope you've had all good night. I hope you've had some great value on the call. Thanks for listening, everyone. I appreciate it so much. If anyone needs any help goal setting, you know where I am. Work me hard. I love being worked hard in this business. If anyone needs any help goal setting, message me and we'll set some goals and we'll break it down and we'll do it. So, but if you're going to come to me, tell me what your goals are, why you want to hit them, and tell me the hows. It's simple, right? So, let's go smash it. Let's go have some fun. Okay, I'll speak to everyone later. There you go, Mary. I love that. Right. Good night, guys.